Well, some time has passed since I started taking apart this 5J1092SP 1938 tractor. Found a few things on it, might be interesting to look at. Was able to get the left steering clutch to kind of behave normally, adjusted out real nice. It's got good feel. Yeah, so that's good. Unfortunately, the compartment is pretty bad inside. There was quite a bit of water inside, and water and rust. So even though we've got a decent steering clutch, at least on the one side, I think I'm going to go ahead and split this and put new clutch packs in both sides. The right side still hasn't freed up, and no matter how I try to adjust things, something is not right in there. So yeah, that's going to have to come apart. As long as I'm doing the one side, might as well do both. The mainspring's got some issues. I think the spring itself was probably okay, but the hanger, at least for the equalizer, is right at the, I don't know even what's holding it on. Also, you can see this gap here is starting to come free. So yeah, that's just hanging loose down there. And I think it's hopped up and gotten into the rock guard here, so I have to fix some of this up. So yeah, do some work on the spring. Hopefully the pan's okay. We'll find out when we pull the engine. And since we're down here in the mainspring, I also noticed back towards the pivot shaft, there's at least one of these nuts is loose. So hopefully that hasn't been banging around causing much damage. But so that'll have to be looked at. We'll take a look at that once we have the engine pulled. Did find a little goodie on this side that none of my other tractors have, is the line block, I guess you call it, for the oil cooler lines is still in place. And I don't know why people take these off, but they do. I guess it's one more thing to reattach maybe once they do some radiator work. But it's real nice to have this this block here where the maybe the generator would go on some tractors, but this one never had a generator, and the line block here seemed to have survived the test. Unfortunately, the block on this starting engine is cracked. It's had a repair. It's been heaved out, and it just continues to crack up here. So I'm sure it leaks water, and I'm not going to be able to run it like that. So I'm going to have to take this whole thing apart. I do have a number of other blocks. Unfortunately, they're all cracked as well. I have engines from U-Series tractors, and I'm not sure if it takes the same block or not. I know this top deck is different, the way the water jacket, and U-Series it's over here, and the J-Series it's over here. So I'm not sure if this J-Series deck will fit on a U-Series block. I'm going to have to get in the parts book and take a look at that. And if anybody knows, leave something in the comments for me. So again, with the hour meter, this being the first generation, should have a freeze plug there. It'll hold the clockwork inside. It does have the freeze plug on the back of it. So that's good. I can probably rescue this housing. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. Because I have others. I've got this one. It's got the brass, nut on the back here that holds the guts in, and decent clockwork inside there. So I've got this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, ooh. This one, this one, oh, nice. This one, and this one. So this is that 3J41 serial number, and it does have, pump's not right, but it does have the first generation hour meter, service meter. has the freeze plugs on both ends. So this has the guts in it, and it looks like it's correct and proper, and the glass is there as well. So I might end up using that on the 5J. I think the focus in the future here is no particular order, is getting a good starting engine, starting unit, build an engine stand for the diesel. I don't have one for a 3J. Build it in such a way that I can run the engine on the stand. That'll allow me to get the starting pinion latches adjusted properly. I can't get through this old style case. There's no access to it. Yeah, a lot of things on the first generation I really like. That is not one of them. Boy, that's just horrible. But I do like these straight steering clutch levers. I've also been looking at this drawbar arrangement. I noticed the swing plate was loose on it. Loose bolts here, and I don't know the condition of these holes yet. I was going to tighten it up, and I realized I had a couple spares, including this almost new old stock. It's been used, but very lightly. So it's got real nice, clean holes where it bolts up, and good thickness on the plate. So most likely end up using this kind of new old stock swing plate. Drawbars, I've got 8 or 10 of them, and they're all pretty bad. So I don't know what to tell you there. This one's been welded on. Someone welded on some bar stock or something there to thicken it up, give it a little more life. Yeah, will it function? Yes. Is it ugly? Yeah, you betcha. Also considering going with the side tank instead of the seat tank that it had originally. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but this tank's in pretty good shape. I sort of like to use it. It's got a little dent there. So just to illustrate the difference in the different tanks and fuel tanks on these D2s, I do like the side tank. It gives you a nice place to rest your arm, hold the main clutch, hang out. It also gives you a nice view of the drawbar pin. If you can just look over the back, and that pin is right there, almost lines up exactly with the back of the seat. Now, if you had a tank here, it's going to come back quite a few more inches, and you got to look way over the back just to see the drawbar pin. So see if I can go over to one of the other tractors and see how that visibility is. But this one's real nice. So I'm over on this 5J, and it does have the seat tank. And if I sight down the back edge of it, I kind of have to sit up in my seat and look down, and I do not see the drawbar pin at all. So I have to kind of lean way back and look over the back side, and there's the pin. So yeah, you can look at it and you can see that and get hooked up. It's just a little tougher, just a little different, but I do prefer the side tank. So up on top now with the valve cover removed. It's not horrible in here. There was some moisture that got into the front of the engine, and a couple valves are stuck, so I'll be pulling the head off, of course. Inside the fuel tower, the filters were old and dry, but it's fairly clean inside there. So once the engine's off, we'll pull the injection pump and separate this tower and get everything cleaned up real nice before it goes back together. All right, so that's the update on the 5J. Work on it when I can. I've got a day job, so I gotta do that. But we'll take things apart as required and put it back together and have a nice, reliable tractor. And let me know what you think about the side tank option. All right, yeah, thanks for watching.